good morning, you lovely lot. It is 10:30 and I've come up to sort the sheep out on my Saturday, which is what I tend to do, earn a bit of money and get to hang out with the sheep, which is nice. So I don't get to see them as much. I'm going out for a walk with my friend. I don't know if you remember Malone that I used to look after when I was childminding. Those of you who've been watching for years and years will remember Malone. And it's his mum, and we're going to go for a walk after I've finished up here. So she's going to meet me down on the track, and then I'm not sure quite where we're walking to and back from, but the dogs will be exhausted by the end of it, I can assure you. Emma has asked me to separate Nellie and Ziggy from the others because she's got a walking job this afternoon. So she's asked me to put the others in the small field, and then Ziggy and Nellie can be separated from there. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that's where I'll start, is separating them food wise, and then I'll clear up any mess. Well, there is a lot of mess out there, but it's just, we've had rain constantly, everything's flooded again because it hasn't really had time to recover from the last flood. So, you know, villages are flooded, excuse me, again. It's just a nightmare. Really don't need any more rain right now. I'm out of breath. Right, you lot are all where you lot need to be. They've just had a sponge bath and a little jet wash of their undercarriage, so they're not quite so mucky and smelly. Ready for their walk later. Now I'm going to go and meet my friend Karen for a walk along the track. I'm not quite sure how far we're going. I look like, oh, my glasses, I've left my glasses hanging on a fence. That ended very badly last time I left sunglasses hanging on a fence. They ended up inside the trough. I didn't find them for about 6 months. Right, that's better. Let's go. This is gluten-free. I'm being very good. As you can see, I'm not with the sheep anymore. I've come for a lovely long walk with my friend, and we've gone to the dog's favourite spot where they get their puppuccinos. Do you want one? Do you want one too? I see a mixed Sunday vlog coming along with Saturday. A mixed Saturday-Sunday vlog is what I'm trying to say. I've barely filmed anything today. I filmed some sheepy stuff. I filmed a little tiny bit of us at the cafe. I didn't get my camera out at all while we were walking. We literally talked for hours and hours. We haven't really spent any time together in about 2 years, to be fair. We just had a lot to catch up on. 2 years worth of stuff. So, yeah, I've not really filmed anything of today. Anyway, I am going to go and pick Kenzie up from work, but I want to stop off at the garden centre and quickly pop in and get some succulents. I just have an urge for some more succulents, so I'm going to have some more succulents and maybe something to put them in, like a nice indoor tray or something. I don't know. I want to go and treat myself, so I'm going to do that before I pick him up, which means I need to leave now, otherwise I'm pushing it a little bit. Oh, I made it into the garden centre before they shut. This is what I've treated myself to. It was £24 in total. I got 4 little pots and 4 different succulents. They were £2.99 each. So those were those. I think the pots were £2.99 as well. And then I got, look, these little ones. Aren't they cute? They were at the counter. And I'm going to find myself some sort of little terrarium or something to put them in. I think they'll do better, because I was babysitting last night, and she's got loads of succulents around, and they were doing fine. She was saying they don't seem to need the light quite like the other houseplants. They do all right sort of in darker spots. So yeah, I bought myself some babies. Now I need to go and get Kenzie. Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is a beautiful, warm, sunny Sunday morning. So because I didn't film very much yesterday, I am making this a 2-day vlog, as you've probably worked out. I have had the most deliciously, delectably lazy morning in bed. I got up at 10 because I really need to put the geese out, because otherwise they would be really cross with me for keeping them in their pen too late. And had a bit of breakfast, made a cup of tea for us all, went back to bed, did my editing, and I am currently sitting in my car ready to leave to go and see Jasper do his jujitsu competition. He's not been doing jiu-jitsu very long, I don't believe, and this is more about experience than actually expecting to win anything. Jasper is my nephew, if you're new here and you don't know who Jasper is. So I'm driving into Aylesbury to go and do that, and then I'm going to pop into potentially Morrison's and Sainsbury's, I think, because I'm looking for some sort of little terrarium to put my succulents in. I think I'm going to get into succulents in a big way. It's probably one of my fads, but if I can keep them alive, then yeah. I don't think I'll be buying one today, because I'm just need to be careful of money, because it's Brenton's birthday coming up. But also need to look at things for his birthday, because his birthday will be 2 weeks time, I think. Anyway, I'm going to stop wiffle waffling and we're going to head off. I'm going to plug you in. I don't know, in your ear? In your ear? In the side there? In your ear? Yeah, I'll do that. I've arrived at the car park. I've only got 2 hours in this car park though, and George has just messaged to say they are running late. It's now 1:45 and the 12 o'clock lot are only just going on. So I'm going to find out when Jasper is due to do his competition. I'm going to go into Morrison's and I'm going to use their toilet. I'm going to have a little mooch around, and then I will drive out this car park and get onto the housing estate and actually see if I can park on the housing estate, because otherwise I suspect I'll have to leave partway through his competition, and that's not what I want to do at all. So I think that might be the best option. They're parked in the multi-storey, but because I'm in a van, I can't go in the multi-storey, it's too low. So let's go and see what goodies are in Morrison's. I'm a little bit lost. I couldn't park where I thought I could park, and I have managed to find some parking now, which is brilliant. But now I have to locate this place. She said it's a bit like Kids Fight Club, it's a bit rough and ready. I want to say it's over this bridge. So I was just over the other side of this bridge here. You're not kidding, it's rough and ready, isn't it? Oh, here we go.
Knee in the middle. That's it, up on one foot. Put your knee in the middle of his bum. Put your hands on his chest. Look up at the ceiling, that's it. Get past his legs. Good job, Jasper. Excellent. Nice, Jasper. Very good.
That was brutal. I'll probably put some clips in, but they'll be all blurred out because, you know, kids. You probably won't be able to see quite how brutal it was, but it was brutal. He got an award. He got a bronze medal. So proud of that boy. That was his first competition. He's only been doing it 4 months. So it's been tough for him. And really only came for the experience. They, you know, were not expecting to get medals or anything like that. But so many of them did so well. They all did amazingly. And they're coming out with a few bumps and bruises. His friend Dawson's going to have a black eye, I think. Jasper's got a bruise appearing on his cheek. And I'm looking at this young lady who is 13, 14. And I'm looking at her and she's chatting with my sister and Jasper and what have you. She's obviously one of the older ones, I think, supporting. I don't know, if she's fighting today. She wasn't in the uniform, so I'm wondering if she's like supporting the group. I'm thinking, my goodness, she looks a lot like a friend from long ago who I don't really see anymore. Not, you know, we bump into each other now and then, but it's not kind of within my social circle anymore. Thinking she looks a lot like his wife, and actually looks quite a lot like him. Thinking, I'm wondering if it's his daughter. And I'm saying, no, it can't be his daughter, because she's got to be about 7, right? And then he rocked up and he went, all right, Pip. And I'm like, that's your daughter, isn't it? How old is she? He said, she's 13 going on 14. I was like, wow. Okay. I mean, I picked her out. I just literally thought, my goodness, she absolutely looks like them. But I was convinced that I'd got the age wrong. I thought, no, she's far too old to be his daughter. Time flies, doesn't it? How does it happen? Anyway, I'm literally round the corner from my friend Tasha. It's 2:45 and I've messaged her, but she's not replied. So I think I'm just going to go and knock on the door and see if she's in. And if she is, I'll see if I can pinch a cup of tea out of her and have a catch up, because I haven't seen her in about 10 months or something. But I'm literally right on her doorstep, so it would be rude not to go and say hi. Good evening, you lovely lot. It's now 9 o'clock. Salem's just having some treats because... Salem! Yeah, she's just having some treats because we've just put a new collar on her, which she's not happy about. The last one lasted about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then she lost it. I don't think it was 2 weeks, to be honest. So what was I doing the last time I spoke to camera? It was quite a while ago. I was going to visit a friend, wasn't I? And I did visit my friend, and she was in. And we had about an hour and a half chit-chat, little catch-up, get-together. Got to see her stepkids because they were visiting, and her husband, which was nice, before he took them home. And got to meet all her dogs, which I haven't met her new additions. So, and by new additions, one of them is quite new. The others have been around for a little while. But like I said, I haven't really seen her for about a year. So it was really lovely to catch up, really nice. And she said it was a nice surprise to see me. And we have since booked a lunch, me, her and her other friend. Wait, leave the cat alone, please. We've arranged to get together and have lunch the day before Mother's Day. And by Mother's Day, I mean the Mother's Day in the UK, not the American Mother's Day, because they're different dates. So that's nice. And then my friend that I saw yesterday for the walk, the epic walk that we ended up having, we've tried to get together with a bunch of our other friends, like Lorraine and people who I see quite regularly, but we're trying to get together and see everybody. But it's half term this week for us, and there's a lot going on for the other couple of people that wanted to get together. You know, we wanted to sort of all get together and have an evening at someone's house and just drink tea and chat, and you know, we haven't done it for such a long time. But they were all busy, so Karen and I have decided we're going to go out for dinner tomorrow evening. Well, late afternoon, we've decided, because none of us like crowds, none of us really like people very much. So we decided to do an early dinner when hopefully it's not too busy in the restaurant. So that's a nice thing to look forward to as well. The steering wheel on the car seems to have improved, and I forgot to put air in the tyres, so I think it must have had something to do with the fluid, which makes me think I probably need to just keep an eye on it, because I've never in all my years ever had to top up steering fluid, power steering fluid. So I just need to make sure there's not a leak somewhere really, and just keep track of it. Cat, what are you doing? She's going a bit crazy under the table. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, and the dogs did not destroy the house when I left them to go to Joseph's. So they were probably left for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and the house was in one piece and they were happy. So I think we're going to build on that. Anyway, this week they don't need to come to work with me because Kenzie's at home because it's half term. Tomorrow I'm only doing one set of dog walks, only for the Sprockers, for Blue and Maggie. Holly's just not up to the walks anymore. And Rocky, who's the new dog that I look after, is on holiday. So it's just going to be the Sprockers going off into the hills and back down again. And Kenzie's going to come with me and bring R2. And they can just have a really good, run together. So that will be good. And then I'm off to meet somebody and get a key for a job that I've got on Saturday, because I've had somebody inquire about a job on Saturday, and I have managed to get myself also another house sitting, pet sitting booking in the local area for somebody I know, actually a friend. She messaged me today and she's filled out all the forms. We just need to sort out the deposit, and it's for 3 weeks work as a house sitter, pet sitter, through August. And then, yeah, so thankfully it didn't clash with the 1 week that we go away in August. So yeah, it's today's been quite lucrative, or potentially lucrative. So it's been an all-round good day, I think. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling to you all now because that's been 4 minutes. I've run out of milk, so this is probably the last cup of tea of the evening, and it's only 9 o'clock, and for me that's far too early to be not drinking tea. So I'm going to savour that one, and I will see you lovely lot tomorrow.